Journalists in Kogi State, accompanied by the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Wemi Jones, visited the GYB Model Secondary School at Dankolo to assess the level of work done by the administration of Governor YAHAYA Bello in the education sector. Wemi Jones disclosed that assessment of the project by the media practitioners is long overdue because the people have to be aware of these giant strides by the government. This formed part of the NUJ Kogi Press Week. They promise to visit many more government projects across the states before the end of the week. Our reporter has more.
The executives and members of the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Kogi State Chapter visited the GYB Model Secondary School at Dankolo for an on-the-spot assessment of the quality of work done. The Commissioner for Education, Wemi Jones, who was the tour guide, took them around the school. He told journalists that the governor deemed it necessary to establish a government-owned secondary school of high repute to produce outstanding students that can represent the state anywhere.
The governor has seen the need for us to have very robust secondary school system so that ordinarily the products of our secondary schools will be able to compete very favorably with products of other states of Nigeria, thereby giving us the capacity to feed our universities and our other tertiary institutions in the state, especially in the way of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Wemi also said the government resolved to remodel public schools across the states to become the envy of private schools.
We must return education to where it was, because I believe that majority of us, especially those of us who are 40 years and above, went to public schools. The question is, can we take our children back to the secondary schools, to the public secondary schools that we all attended? It's a simple no, because of the quality that is coming out of our secondary schools. But the governor has decided that he's going to be different, and that is why we are investing heavily in education in Kogi State.
Commissioner of Education further added that the governor has retreated his commitment to education with the implementation of the state education law of 2020 that has regulated the education process in the state.
In year 2020, the Kogi State education law was fully enacted and signed into law by His Excellency the Governor. Now, the law is intended to regulate our entire educational process and operations. A lawless society is where anything goes. We wanted to be different, and as I speak with you, we are about the only state in northern Nigeria that has a fully enacted education law. Majority of states are still operating their education with the 1964 Northern Nigeria Education Law as amended. But we have gone a step further. We have fully enacted an education law. And it covers all facets of our education. But the one that is of joy to me is, among several others, is the fact that it is an offense in Kogi State to have children of school-going age to be out of school during official school hours. Any child that is caught wandering the streets instead of being in school will be apprehended, and the parents will be brought to book. So that is particularly delightful to me, because I believe that it has helped us engaging and controlling the rate of out-of-school children in Kogi State.
The chairman of NUJ Kogi State Chapter, Adeza Momojimo, commended the effort of the state government to achieve such a feat in the education system. He appealed to the state government through the commissioner to always carry journalists along in all dealings for effective reportage.
I want to also say that the Kogi State government has invested massively in education, and want to also believe that the state has been underreported as regards the achievement in education. And many times people will say it is the duty of the press to report. But the person doing the good work should also call the attention of the press to what we are doing, because the world is such a busy place that if you don't call the attention of people to what you are doing, then other things, other attention seekers may take your attention from what you are doing.
Jimoh also urged the government to ensure adequate maintenance of the school projects. He commended the governor for the establishment of the Conference University of Science and Technology, describing it as the right step in the right direction.
One thing was going through my mind when I was going through the projects, and that is the culture of maintenance. Because you cannot put multi-billion naira project in a place, and within the space of 5 years, everything will be vandalized. I wouldn't know what government is going to do, but something must be done to institutionalize culture of maintenance, so that this project will not just go down the drain after some years. So, for some of us that have the opportunity to come here today, we are happy with what we have seen on ground, and I want to believe that this is what is happening in other places that we will not be able to visit. For the establishment of the Science University in Osara, I think that's one achievement that even the critic of this government, the worst critic of this government, will not see anything bad in it, because the government has actually shown that demonstration that they are out to provide succor to our admission seekers from Kogi State. Because before now, we are chasing admission in Bello University, in ABU, and not that our people are not qualified. They will use catchment area and what have you to deny our people admission, and that's Kogi State government under Bello has come to resolve for us. We are happy.
The Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo, said education is the number one of the thematic areas of the GYB administration, and the governor is committed to this cause.
Because of the commitment we have for education, of putting in place legacy projects like the one we have here at the model GYB Model Science Secondary School here in Adankolo, you can see that this is what we are creating. It is not going to be about GYB. Many years after his tenure, you will still be seeing this structure here. And remember that a governor came and put this in many places in the state. So the administration of Alhaji Bello has done so much. It's not just, we started with the Blue Roof Revolution in our primary schools. There is no ward in Kogi State today that you will go to and not find those blue roof classrooms. Even wards with 2-3 communities, you will find in each community. That is the legacy we are leaving behind.
Fanwo disclosed that educational projects executed by the GYB administration cut across all the local governments in the state, which he tagged legacy projects. The NUJ Press Week continues with plans to visit more projects commissioned and delivered by the administration of YAHAYA Bello. Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC.